Okay, hey, welcome. We're live. Made it back just in time. Glad to see everyone that's here. Thanks for checking in. Light my candle here. Got my eggnog. Got my hot cocoa. Got my stuff in a tiki mug. We're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. So I'll just wait a sec. Let a couple people join. You know, when you're trying to get something set up, that's when it all goes really slow. That's when mice don't work. That's when cables come unconnected. You know the deal. It's probably like that at your job, too. Saying like this is a job, but you know. Here we go. Get that out. All right. Let's do this, shall we? Let's do this. Thanks for joining, everyone. Let's see. Got some stuff worked up today to talk about, to share. Copy, paste, start. No. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so did y'all see the debate tonight? Did you see the debate? Oh, you know what? Let me tweet that we're live. See if we can get a couple people from X to come join us for this show. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Okay, there we go. I think I got this right. Not sure about that. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we got anybody in the chat yet? What is up? I know some people stopped by earlier. They're like, where are you, Tom? Because we don't go live until 9 o'clock. $1 in the all right jar. Exactly. That's what it is. One day I'll follow through on. You know, that's the thing is you make about 30 promises and you do half of them. Still, you get a lot done. Still get a lot done. But yeah, we're going to have to see what happened with the debate there. What's up, Lucid? Good to see you checking in. We got anybody on the Rumble? Hey, Rumble, check in. We're streaming live on Rumble. Where? Where on Rumble? Well, that's not it. Rumble.com/coffeenuance/live. Of course, you already know that if you're here. But if not, I say you bookmark that tab. Then if you're trying to find my show, you just go to the bookmarks. You found it. Nice and easy. So I'll leave that up there for just a minute. But, yeah, I guess we had a debate tonight. I didn't see it. Did you? I see Lucid didn't see the debate, but, yeah, I did not see the debate either. I was at a pro wrestling show. That was a lot of fun. Is this? Nope, that's not it. Thought maybe I could show you where it is, but apparently I didn't save that. Anyway, yeah, I was at a AEW Dynamite. It was live from the Rose Garden. That's where the Trailblazers play. I think it's called the Moda Center. But, you know, you always forget who the corporate sponsor for your local arena is. You just go with the old name. It was actually the last NBA arena that I am aware of that did not take corporate sponsorship. So for the longest time, yeah, in Dallas, they had the American Airlines Center and everything was corporate. And Portland had the Rose Garden because Paul Allen, billionaire, rest in peace, owned it and didn't want to, thought he didn't need to pay for sponsorship for the arena. So he just kept it the Rose Garden. And after he passed, they're like, I guess we can make some cash. We can sell this thing for millions of dollars every year. So now it's called the Moda Center, which is a health company. Makes you wonder, you know, a health insurance company or whatever they do. I'm not sure what they do. Shelling out millions of dollars to put their name on a building. I don't know. Maybe charge less. That's what I would prefer. That's what I would prefer. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Anyway, let's see if we've got a couple people. Looks like we got a couple people watching live on the YouTube and on Rumble. We got, how do I see? We got a couple people watching live. It's hard to tell. I can't tell if they're live now or if they looked before. So it's something we'll have to work on with that. I think I told you I did sign up for this new Rumble studio that will allow me to hopefully take live calls. I'm on the wait list for it, but as soon as I can, that's really going to open things up. How cool would that be if I can take live calls through the app while I'm streaming? That'd be pretty great. That would be pretty great. Anyway, we'll be, say Tom might come with the Nacho Libre tonight. Be grateful, Juan Pablo. Today is especially delicious. This is Nacho, yes. Yeah, no, in fact, I'm wearing, you know, when you go to wrestling shows, you got to wear wrestling shows from other ones you went to. It's kind of like back in the day in the 80s, you know, when you go to the Judas Priest show. Well, you don't want to show up wearing a Judas Priest t-shirt. That's a bit hack, right? So you have to wear, you know, you wear your Van Halen t-shirt or your Rush t-shirt or your Motley Crue t-shirt, whatever. You know, you wear your other concert tour t-shirt because that's the tradition. That is the tradition, and I'm kind of pro-tradition. I guess I'm conservative in that way, that I kind of like things. Oh man, the candle just went out. Too bad on that. Do we got no? Don't have that either. Oh well. Oh well. Living on the edge. So yeah, the t-shirt that I'm wearing, this is your Anniversario Lucha Libre Worldwide. That's a AAA, and it was their 30th anniversary last year, and they had a show called Triple Mania, which is in Mexico. That's like their WrestleMania. It's the big show of the year, and I was down in Mexico City for that. It was a lot of fun. Had good seats for that one, and went to the show. Now, this t-shirt that I got, little small. Mexican sizing, not the same as American sizing. I should have thought of that, you know. So it's a little small, rides a little high. I think my trunk is a bit longer than pretty much every person in Mexico. So yeah, t-shirts don't exactly fit. And same thing with shoes. Try to find a size 12 in Mexico. It's very hard to do. Very hard to do. I went to the Adidas, the big Adidas store on Insurgentes, the big avenue there. And I went to their flagship store, and I walked in, and I told them I needed a size 12. And the girl just kind of looked at me and ran to the back. And she came back a couple minutes later. She had 5 boxes. This is a big store. This is a massive store. She came back with 5 boxes. every single size 12 they had in the back. She brought all of them. 100% of them. They had all of 5 that I got to choose from. And I think, nope. I was going to say, I think they're the shoes I'm wearing now, but they're shoes right over there. So, yeah. Yeah, but this was the show I went to down in Mexico City, Triple Mania. A lot of fun. Saw Hijo del Vikingo. El Hijo del Vikingo. He was in the main event there, and he was the last event that I saw tonight in Portland. It was for a Ring of Honor tag team match. One of my favorite wrestlers. So that was a lot of fun. Still looking for some things happening in the comments, just to make sure that we're live. You know, how do I refresh that? I just want to make sure there's not a whole lot of comments like on, and I'm looking at the wrong window, because nothing has changed since I got here. So I just want to make sure I can see that I'm live. I can see that people are watching me. So what's up, Rumble? What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching me. But I'm looking at the comments, and the comments, no one has commented at all. So I'm just making sure that my window is good. Let's see. Tools. See, I have a little pop-up, and I don't know how to refresh it. Okay. Well, I'm just going to assume that it's good. Anyway. Maybe I can look on this one. Oh, you know what? It is wrong. How about that? Okay. Yeah, let me get these up real quick. Pop-up chat. There we go. Nice. Okay, and let me... So apparently I needed to refresh the chat. Okay, I guess no one's... Okay, that's cool. Pop out chat. There we go. Okay, we got a few people in the chat. Sorry I didn't see you before. For whatever reason, nothing was updating. So good to see everybody. Rumble gang. Nice, nice, nice. Here we go. Yeah, now we got some people in the chat. Just need to learn how to refresh. You can do that, Tom. Okay, we can clear that out now. Okay, so, yeah, LFG, let's effing go. Pensive mood, that's good. Well, I'm glad you all could join me today, so thank you. Cheers, cheers to that. I guess I'll kick it off with a couple of jokes. Now I gotta say, didn't have a whole lot of time. I got the other show done, and I had to take off to go to my silly wrestling stuff, so I cranked out the jokes today. Is what it is, but yeah, let's get to it. We can talk a little bit about the news, see what is up here. Seems like some folks in Boston and Virginia were really taking networking to a whole new level. I mean, sure, they said pick a profession, but I bet they never expected to live up to the profession involving high-end apartment complexes and hourly rates. Now, this joke would have been better if I had done a proper setup and I'd actually reviewed the joke. So what I failed to mention is they busted a big escort service ring. And yeah, first joke off the bat is a dud. All right. Well, let's see if I did better for the next one. Seems like retailers and restaurants want a slice of the bankruptcy pie these days. Rite Aid filed for Chapter 11 after the Department of Justice accused them of inappropriately filing opioid prescriptions. Maybe they should have stuck to selling Band-Aids and cough syrup, because we all know that pays the rent. Folks, they say Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg has been using taxpayer-funded private jets for all his fancy trips. I mean, I'm all for progress, but shouldn't we draw the line at making the budget take off like it's on a luxury vacation? Come on, Pete, fly commercial like the rest of us. Russian artist. There's a Russian artist. I think her name was Sasha. If I can remember this story from a couple hours ago when I read it. Staged an anti-war supermarket protest. She faces 8 years in jail. Well, what she did is she replaced price tags in a grocery store with little tags that asked to end the special operation. You know what that is. That's because Russia's not at war with Ukraine. It's a special operation. Anyway, Sasha, you got to read the room. You should know what Putin does to other critics. Until then, I'd tell you to avoid rooftop bars. I hear they're dangerous, and critics often accidentally fall off. Okay. I heard Rockstar Games is releasing a trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto, and their stock price went up. I guess investors are hoping that stealing virtual cars can be the secret to a successful portfolio. Yeah. Swapping tags. Swapping tags, Paul! Well, it seems like the Gambino crime family was really playing hardball with New York's carting and demolition industries. They've got aliases, can't even read, aliases like Vinny Slick, Joe Brooklyn, and Fifi. I mean, with names like that, you think they were auditioning for a reality show instead of being charged with racketeering and extortion. It's only in New York, right? Anyway, well, it's pandemonium. See, when you make a pun, it's even harder to read. It's pandemonium. Pandemonium. At the National Zoo, these pandas, Mai Jing, Xianshan, and Zhao Qiji, are getting ready to fly back to China. I guess they heard the bamboo was better over there. Either that or our politicians screwed something up. Yeah, it's probably the bamboo. World leaders pledged to reduce fossil fuel production, but it's like promising to eat salad while ordering a double cheeseburger. They're doubling down on fossil fuels, and it's double trouble for the planet. It's like saying, I'm quitting junk food, but first, let's grab some fries. This is big news. Women, gay men, big news here. Patrick Dempsey named sexiest man alive. Well, I guess it's official. Even People magazine can't resist a little McDreamy action. But seriously, 57-year-old Dempsey, once dubbed a heartthrob neurosurgeon, is now officially the sexiest man alive. I don't know about you, but it's reassuring to know that there's hope for all of us to become sexier with age. And the Met Gala, yeah, it's where A-list celebrities don couture fashion and remind the rest of us that our pajamas are a legitimate fashion statement. The theme for 2024, Sleeping Beauties, reawakening fashion. No, it's not about Disney princesses, but rather fragile garments that need special glass coffins. Really? I mean, who needs mannequins, right? When you got glass coffins? Yeah. Okay. And Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yes, the MCU, where heroes, villains, and now Marvel Studios head honcho Kevin Feige are all included in LEGO's latest set. Yes, you heard me right. Lego is releasing an Avenger Towers set that's 3 feet tall. You can recreate iconic moments from the movies like Captain America admiring his own assets. Hey, and it's only $500, so I guess I'll take 2. And lastly, folks, it is official, folks. We've got a new mascot for Taco Bell, a black bear. Move over, Chihuahua. There's a new face in town, or should I say a new snout. This bear must have heard about the Taco Bell value menu, and let's be honest, who can resist a Crunchwrap Supreme? The bear just became the unofficial food critic of the animal kingdom. I mean, it's not easy to steal a $45 Taco Bell order, but this bear saw an opportunity and thought, yo quiero Taco Bell. So a little behind the scenes. Joke would have been funnier if I would have explained that there was an Uber Eats driver that left a big Taco Bell order out and the bear got it before the customer. You know, when you're writing jokes, the idea is you got the setup and then the punchline. You got the setup, and then the punchline. You got to have the setup before you have the punchline. And I got to make a note of that because I think in a couple of these jokes here, I just had the punchline without the setup. Not very funny. And as we know, jokes are even funnier when you have to explain them. All right. Yeah, live call-ins would be dope. I'm all about that. And so hopefully, I'm on the waiting list. And so hopefully, if we can get that going, that'll be cool. Because I think that'll be a cool late night hang if someone's got a story to share or we're talking about something, you got something you want to share about it, if we could have a call in line. We're going old school, like old school, you know, AM radio after midnight. That was some of, I love listening to that. What was it, Art Bell? Coast to Coast? You know, taking calls on various things late at night. I always thought that was fun. So if we can start doing that, I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully that will be a thing. But right now, I guess we gotta see. Yeah, let's do this real quick. Let's do the connections, shall we? This is the connections on New York Times Games. We've been doing this for a couple of days now. We're trying to get better. Yeah, so let's get this going. So this is for November 9th, which it is now in the East Coast. Lucid Moment says he went to Legoland with your dad. Well, that sounds cool. I think most kids like Legos, don't they? Most kids like Legos. I don't need the specialty sets, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. I just want a bunch of bricks so I can just build stuff. I don't need all the specialty stuff to like... I don't want to follow instructions when I'm playing with Legos. I just want to build stuff. But anyway, connections here. See, I'll just get down a little bit just so we can see. There we go. November 9th, 2023. And the idea is we've got 4 groups of 4. There is a connection between 4 things on here. We need to find out what that connection is. So I'm just looking at this and seeing if there's anything right off the bat that jumps out at me. Hmm. No, wow. Nothing. Nothing. Yo-yo, flip-flop, waffle, seesaw. Okay, so yo-yo goes back and forth, flip-flop, back and forth, waffle, flap. Okay, yeah, very nice, Natasha. Yo-yo, flip-flop, waffle, and seesaw. No, it says no. But I'm with you there. A seesaw goes up and down, flip-flop goes back and forth, yo-yo goes up and down. I thought that was it. But apparently not. Apparently not. Waiver. Well, I'm not sure what to do with waiver. I know waiver is you're unsure. Instead of waffle? Oh, instead of seesaw. Let's give it a shot. Nope. Nope. Who knows? We might not get any of these today. See, when I see shoestring, I think like shoestring fries. Oh, Russian is a type of salad, is a salad dressing, right? Wedge is a type of salad. That's all I see that are salads. But there's a wedge salad and Russian dressing, so. There's a good one. I will look and see if anyone that has my phone number is texting me, but they're not. Yeah. Well, I guess this one could be a big fail today. Well, I guess you would have flip-flops at the pool, right? Perhaps. You'd have a towel at the pool. You'd have sunscreen at the pool, and you might have an umbrella at the pool. Right? So let's try that. Brought to the beach. Okay. So there we got something at least. We got something. Let's see. See, I think seesaws go up and down, yo-yos go up and down. Don't know. Oh, waffle fries, curly fries, shoestring fries, and wedge fries? Could it be wedge fries? Types of French fries. There we go. Mule, Russian, Breeze, Mary. So it could be Moscow Mule, Moscow Russian. I don't know what Oh, those are all drinks, right? The drinks with vodka in them, right? You got the Moscow Mule. Well, let's see. Moscow Mule. You got a Sea Breeze. You got a Bloody Mary. And a White Russian. They're all drinks. Yeah, okay. That's good. Russian and Breeze. Second word of vodka cocktails. Yeah, there we go. And we got waiver, yo-yo, hedge. Oh, you hedge your bets. Yeah. Hedge and seesaw. Equivocate. Thank you. So here we go. So yeah, the first two, if you look here, see how it goes green, blue, yellow, blue. Okay, so there we go. We were able to solve it. Thank you all for chipping in and helping me out with that one. I don't think I would have got that without your help today. So thanks for that. Yeah. Thanks for that. So we got that done. Nice. Nice. So did you see the debate? Did you see the debate? I'm unconnected too. Well, let me see. I was going to pull up X and see if they had anything on the debates. Nothing seems to be trending though about the debates. Must not have been a big deal. Must not have been a big deal on that. So just looking at Drudge here, Miami fight, DeSantis and Haley battle. Ooh. Empty seats at Trump rally, Drudge pull. Okay. Drudge poll, who won third Republican debate? I didn't see it, so I'm not gonna guess, but I'm just gonna click. And it's looking like, yes, Nikki Haley apparently won, according to Drudge viewers, followed by Ramaswamy. So that should be interesting. DeSantis and Haley battle. Ooh. Ron DeSantis had a Nikki Haley problem, and it could get worse if Florida's governor can muster a strong performance during the third debate. This isn't even post-debate. Okay. Love when you get a text from someone that says, ignore this, it's just a test. Okay, cool. So highlights from the third Republican debate. Ramaswamy, Haley, and DeSantis spar over Trump, abortion, and the economy. I typically, for what your opinion on abortion is, you're probably losing. It's not a great topic. But let's see. Let's take a look at the highlights here. This is how do I see them? Watch the highlights. Here we go.
To Republican voters who are supporting Donald Trump, why should you and not him be the Republican nominee to face Joe Biden a year from now? Now, if you look where we are now, it's a lot different than we were in 2016. And Donald Trump's a lot different guy than he was in 2016. He owes it to you to be on this stage and explain why he should have another chance. He said Republicans were going to get tired of winning. Well, we saw last night, I'm sick of Republicans losing.
You know, everybody wants to talk about President Trump. Well, I can talk about President Trump. I can tell you that I think he was the right president at the right time. I don't think he's the right president now.
We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. It's a cancer to the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna McDaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018. 22, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. As President of the United States, what would you be urging Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to do at this moment? Governor DeSantis. I would be telling Bibi, finish the job once and for all with these butchers, Hamas.
The last we need to do is to tell Israel what to do. The only thing we should be doing is supporting them and eliminating Hamas. It is not that Israel needs America. America needs Israel.
Israel has the right and the responsibility to defend itself. I would tell him to smoke those terrorists on his southern border, and then I'll tell him as President of the United States, I'll be smoking the terrorists on our southern border.
And what is Biden doing? Not only is he not helping the Jewish students who are being persecuted, he is launching an initiative to combat so-called Islamophobia. No, it's the anti-Semitism that's spiraling out of control.
Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy. This is a country that has banned 11 opposition parties. It has consolidated all media into one stick TV media arm. That's not democratic. It has threatened not to hold elections this year unless the U.S. forks over more money. That is not democratic. It has celebrated a Nazi in its ranks, the comedian in cargo pants, a man called Zelensky, doing it in their own ranks. That is not democratic.
I am telling you, Putin and President Xi are salivating at the thought that someone like that could become president. They would love to.
The fact of the matter is she doesn't answer
This
the
is what
question.
I will tell you.
We're driving Russia
First of
into
all,
China's
let's
hands
respond
because of
you
these
have
foolish
your time to
policies.
talk.
And you're doing it intentionally.
In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my
before
daughter
appreciating
out of your
anybody else's
voice.
adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it.
As much as I'm pro-life, I don't judge anyone for being pro-choice, and I don't want them to judge me for being pro-life. So when we're looking at this, there are some states that are going more on the pro-life side. I welcome that. There's some states that are going more on the pro-choice side. I wish that wasn't the case, but the people decided.
We need a 15-week federal limit. 3 out of 4 Americans agree with a 15-week limit.
But don't make the American people think that you're going to push something on them when we don't even have the votes in the Senate. It's important that we're honest about that.
Okay, so according to NBC, who hosted the debate and who is the voice of the establishment, if you will, they gave us the highlights there. I don't know. Looks like it's okay that I missed it. I will probably actually watch it later, just to have done that. But wow, nothing really jumped out. There were no really good zingers. You mentioned anyone's kid. That's one thing, but I think Nikki Haley's kid is an adult, so I think that's fair to say, if you're talking about how bad TikTok is and your own people in your own family are using it, well, and they have the right to do that, if you will. I did agree with Ramaswamy when he was talking about Ukraine is not necessarily democratic, and I guess I need to have some swooping graphics that can come in when I can say that I want to clear up something that I may have misrepresented last night. I want a correction. Correct the record, if you will. I did make a joke that Zelensky was doing away with the elections. In a joke that I wrote, I think it was last night I had the joke that he was doing away with elections, and that was the joke. Technically, right, if I'm going to be fair, he didn't do that. It's his, I guess their Senate determined that when the country's in martial law, they won't have any elections. So it's all of the senators that have not been, that Zelensky hasn't kicked out, because he did that. He got rid of a lot of people that he didn't agree with. But the ones that were left, they were the ones that passed the resolution that Ukraine would not have elections while they're at war. So technically, Zelensky didn't do that, and I may have implied that in a joke yesterday, but I just want to be extra clear on that, because I was reminded that I might not have been as accurate, and I certainly don't want to spread any disinformation, because I really try my best to make my jokes and everything based on reality, or at least how I see it. But anyway, we did see a little bit about the debate. Now, I didn't see it. I'm going to check it out later. But there were a number of questions that were not asked at the Republican primary debate. And I got a list. That's right. I got a list of 12 questions not asked at the Republican primary debate. I'm going to work on having a drum roll. But we can do this, right? We had the debate. 12 questions not asked at the Republican primary debate. Number 12. Can you hear that? My dog is finally eating. Now that I'm doing the list, she decides to eat. She decides to eat. Anyway, these are top 12 questions not asked at the Republican primary debate. Number 12, in your vision for America, is it possible to have mandatory dance-offs instead of a debate? Number 11, what's your strategy for the inevitable robot uprising, and will there be a Robot Rights Act? Number 10, would you establish a ministry of mischief to keep politics interesting? Number 9, question not asked at the Republican presidential primary debate. How would you address the pressing issue of who left the fridge open in the break room? Okay. Number 8, do you believe Bigfoot is real? And if elected, will you lead a cryptid hunting task force? Because I was really hoping to put cryptid in a joke again. I think that's my magic word. I'm going to see if I can get it in at least once a week. Number 7, what's your strategy for ending the cola wars and uniting the nation under one soda brand? Number 6, would you rather fight one horse-sized tax loophole or 100 duck-sized regulations? Number 5, what's your plan to replace the national anthem with a catchy theme song from a 90s sitcom? Number 4, would you support legislation to make dad jokes mandatory for all public addresses? I'd like that. Number 3, in your opinion, is pineapple an acceptable pizza topping or a culinary crime against humanity? Number 2, if elected, will you paint the White House pink just to see who notices? And the number 1 question not asked at the Republican primary debate, how do you plan to use the presidential Twitter account? Memes, cat videos, or diplomacy? Oh, yeah. Questions not asked. Asked at the presidential primary debate. It's a tough word to say. Now I understand why some people just say axed. It's easier. I can't do it, though. I have to say asked. Because that's what it is. Oh my goodness, did this happen? Well, if this happens, we got to hear it. Ramaswamy apparently called 2 GOP candidates Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels. If he did, that sounds like the line of the night. Let's hear this.
Do you want a leader from a different generation who's going to put this country first? Or do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
All right, Mr.
In which case, we've got 2 of them on stage.
Mr. Ramaswamy, thank you.
I'd first like to say they're 5-inch heels, and I don't wear them unless you can run in them.
We've got 2 of you on stage.
The second thing that I will say is I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
Governor DeSantis, let me begin.
Okay, well, that was not a bad line. Again, at the end there, Ramaswamy jumped in and he repeated his punchline. There's 2 of you on the stage. He's talking, of course, about DeSantis wearing the cowboy boots with potentially some lifts in them. Again, it's a big who cares to me, but you don't want to repeat your punchline. It's never as funny when you try to repeat it. So I think Ramaswamy could work with someone on delivering better. But does anyone know how many debates there's going to be? I have no idea. It might be something to know. Like, for example, when is the next? Presidential debate. Okay. Okay. I can't say next because apparently Google is so bad it can't figure that out anymore. I don't know what's happened to Google. It just doesn't work. Okay, let me put in Republican. Has anyone else noticed how bad the search engines have become recently? So, the 4th debate is Alabama, going to be in Alabama. Okay. Tuscaloosa, Alabama next month. And, of course, I pulled up the New York Times, and I'm over my limit on free articles, so I guess I got to check a different link. It'd be nice if you could do something, for example, in your news feed or in Google or something, where you could put in an option of, hey, can you prioritize things that are not behind a paywall? Like, that would be a nice feature. And I could, like, you could just click off, I don't want a paywall. And so don't feed me New York Times articles because I can't read them. So it's scheduled to take place December 6th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Candidates will need to poll at least 6% support in either 2 national polls or 1 national poll and 2 separate early state polls. Okay. So for this one, they only needed to get to 4%. Next time, they got to get to 6%. I'm guessing that I don't see how Christie can get to 6%. But I'm sure they can find a way to fake a poll so that he can get in there. And I don't see how Tim Scott gets to 6% either. So it'll probably be down. It'll probably be Nikki Haley, Ramaswamy, and DeSantis for the next one. That would be my guess. I can't see that Chris Christie is actually getting a whole lot of support. And again, I say he's a fake candidate because he doesn't even have any merch. You got to have merch if you're running for president. Even if you know you're going to lose, people want those as souvenirs. Right? I've got T-shirts and bumper stickers and buttons from previous campaigns. That's kind of a fun thing to have. Yeah, so Doc says, I don't think anyone is keeping track of the number of Republicans' debates currently, nor the total. Yeah, it's kind of a big who cares, you know? If Trump showed up, it'd be so much fun. I would love it if Trump would go to these debates. It would be must-see. But he's just not doing it. And the issue is, right, Joe Biden said he's not having debates and he's not going to go to any debates. But if Trump went to the Republican debates, then he could make fun of Joe Biden for not holding debates. But it's kind of hard to make fun of Joe Biden not holding debates if you're not holding debates yourself. That's that hypocrisy thing. So, anyway, yeah, December 6th. Let's see, what day of the week is December 6th? We can check that out. And if I can, well, I'll be able to tell you right now. Oh, why do they not have calendar? Oh, there it is. Okay, December 6th. Just seeing what... Oh, really? I don't want a shareable calendar. I just want to see a damn calendar. Okay, let me look at my phone. Ridiculous. But I heard there was lots of warmongering at the debate. And that's not really my thing. I'm not into warmongering. Are you? I'm kind of more of a, can we not warmonger? That's what I would prefer. So December 6th is a Wednesday, so I should be able to do, I'll maybe do a live hangout, watch along for the next debate. How will RFK debate? Well, here's the thing. With the independent candidates, in the past, what they have done is they have set up they set up guidelines for what it takes to be in the presidential debate. I remember as a young Tom, watching Ross Perot. And boy, that was a lot of fun to watch Ross Perot. He actually showed up with charts and graphs, and that was a great debate. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. That was a great debate. That was so much fun. But he was polling so well, they had to include him. So right now, RFK Jr. is polling over 20% in most national polls. If he keeps that up, there's no way that he wouldn't be invited to a debate with likely Trump and Biden, if Biden's still in it. Now, I think they're going to pull the cord on Biden at some point. I don't know if it's going to be before or after the election. I kind of think the smartest way to do this, if I were an evil mastermind running the world, telling the Democrats what to do, I would keep Joe in until about a month before the election. That way you avoid everything else, you avoid all the old stuff, and then I would have some issue that Joe has to drop out. Gavin Newsom is selected by the party to step in. We really haven't had enough time to do a deep dive on all the bad stuff about Gavin Newsom. Then fortunately, the Constitution has this rule that the president and the vice president can't be from the same state. Kamala Harris is from California. Gavin Newsom's from California. So, Kamala can't be the vice president now. So it's a twofer. You get rid of Joe Biden and you get rid of Kamala Harris. But it's because it's the law. Sorry, girl. You can't do it anymore. And then they can pick someone else to roll in for the election day. Gavin Newsom's a really good-looking guy. There won't be a whole lot of negative press about him because the press will carry water for the Democrats. And Gavin Newsom's our next president. That's the way I would do it if I were an evil mastermind controlling the Democrats. But I'm not. I'm not doing that. So who knows what they'll do. Chances are their ideas aren't going to be as good as mine. Not because I'm a super genius, but that's just typically the case. Michelle Obama will come in as Democrat candidate at the last minute, so you might be right on that to wait until the last month. Michelle Obama, in my opinion, is never going to do anything like that. That's just hype. because she hasn't done anything. Now, while Barack was president, if she were then in charge of something and if she started doing other jobs at that point, leading some big things, to have a little something on your resume, okay, right? But there's no way that you can say, honestly, for someone that's never done anything like this before, that she would be the most qualified person to do it. That's just not going to fly. It's not going to be Michelle Obama. It's not going to be Oprah. No. Natasha says that she voted for Ross Perot. I may have as well. I may have, but I don't think I ever specifically fess up to who I voted for. But I may have voted for him twice. Yeah. So yeah, we had our top 12. We had that. Let's see if there's anything else. The DNC will refuse RFK on a debate stage, in my opinion, between an RNC-DNC nominees. I think they can try, but I don't think that they will be allowed to. Now, one thing that you should keep in mind, though, and this is not just for this year, okay? Right now, RFK is a little over 20% in the polls. And it's like, oh, okay, well, if he's at this point 8 months from now or whatever, nothing stays the same, okay? Things trend one way or another. He's going to trend up or he's going to trend down. It's the same way with Biden. It's the same way with Trump. Nothing really stays the same. Things are always changing, especially in politics. So I think he's doing incredibly well right now. I did see an interview with him on PBS's NewsHour last night. They had an interview with RFK Jr. And boy, I tell you, the interviewer was just terrible. She was going at, you're anti-vax and you're this. And RFK Jr. did a great job of standing his ground and saying, I didn't say that. She's like, oh, well, people have said that you've said that. And he's like, well, show me where I've said that, because I didn't say that. And he did a really good job. I think he was very impressive, but it was a really, really biased interview. I'm surprised that they even had him on, because RFK Jr. does great in those kinds of interviews when you attack him, because he's been attacked so many times. He's got his act down. He knows how to answer those questions. He knows how to frame things. He knows how to make you look like an idiot. So if you did any kind of research and watched other interviews with RFK Jr., you certainly wouldn't set him up like that to look like such a winner. But that's what PBS did last night on the NewsHour last night. But it was kind of interesting. It was about halfway through the show. You can check it out if you're interested. I thought it was kind of fun. But it will be interesting to see what happens with RFK Jr. Now, he's been making plans to get on the ballot in all 50 states. I am on a list of volunteers for him. It doesn't necessarily mean that I support everything he says. And that's the thing, is you don't have to support everything about someone. There are things I like about Trump. There's things I like about RFK Jr. Joe Biden is a human being. They all have different things going on. But I'm on the mailing list, and so I know that they're going to work to try to get on the ballot here. And I thought that might be something fun. I might try to do that. I might sign up to go around and sign people up to get RFK Jr. on the ballot here. Who knows? Might be fun. It might be fun. I like going out and meeting people. Yeah, Big Mike. Big Mike. Trump laid groundwork for running for president without experience. Sorry, Tom. Yeah. No, I agree. But the difference is, right, Trump is probably, right, arguably one of the most popular salespeople, real estate moguls in the history of our country, right? He had this unbelievable reputation for business deals and getting things done. Michelle Obama apparently wrote a couple books. Now, I don't know that she actually wrote them, and I don't believe that she wrote them. She may have, but I'm guessing she worked with a ghostwriter for that. And I know she does have her law degree, but I don't know that she ever did. I don't know. Did she ever do anything with it other than getting her law degree? Was she representing people? Did she do any big cases? I don't know. I'm not aware of that. And so mainly, right, she was Mrs. Barack Obama. That was her job. Now, that's an important job, but that's not a job for president. I think Donald Trump was, when he ran for president, the first time, everybody knew him as this incredible businessman. And so for that, he's got something to run on. I don't know what Michelle Obama has to run on. Just like, I don't know, like I raised some kids and I supported my husband. I mean, that's great and that's important, but I don't think that that's what you need to do to be able to run a country. Just saying. Anyway, that's my take on that. If your message was retracted on the YouTube, just know you can go over to Rumble and that message will not be retracted. Now, I know one of the things the YouTube algorithm does is I don't think you're allowed to post a link in the live chat. So if you're trying to post a link, that does not work, but you can post it in the regular comments. I believe that will work. And there's certain things you can't say, such as the jab, stuff like that. There's a couple terms that you're not allowed to say, but typically it's just for links in the live chat. That's a no-go. Lucid says, I'm on the Trump train one more time. Well, we'll see what happens. I think this is going to be really one of the most exciting years in politics. I think it's going to be really exciting. I think kind of Trump on a vengeance is a lot more interesting to me. Obviously, I think that he could get a lot more done in his second term than he did in his first term. I think the biggest problem that he had in his first term is he couldn't get enough people around him. His team was just too small, and he had to hire all these people that ended up working against him. So hopefully he's been acquiring a team of capable people to surround himself so he doesn't have to take these kind of career deep state people on that will work against him if he were to win. I'm also excited about RFK Jr. I think he's a real interesting guy. I'm all for messing the system up. I'm all about shaking things up. So that's kind of the people that I tend to support. Whoever is the least establishment friendly, that's kind of more friendly to Tom. That's just kind of how I roll. That's just kind of how I roll. And I prefer people, when it comes down to it, I prefer people that actually lie less. I don't mind hyperbole. I don't mind exaggeration. But don't lie to my face. That's bothersome. And, that's an issue with both Biden and Trump. That's for sure. I've come here from YouTube to say poo-poo and pee-pee words without having my comment retracted. True meeps. Well, thank you for coming over to Rumble. Yes, you can say poo-poo and you can say pee-pee. And, yeah, the comment will not be retracted. Now, I've got nothing to do with that. That's the algorithm that does that. I have nothing to do with that. That's the man. The man is trying to keep you down from not getting your comment out there. So thanks for joining us over here, True Meeps. Even though I think that's about all I have prepared today. Actually, I didn't have a whole lot. I had kind of a busy day. But yeah, I think now I'm going to I'll watch some more of the debates. I'll give you a summary of my thoughts on the debates tomorrow on the noon show. Anti-disestablishmentarianism may be the longest word in the dictionary. It may be. But, it's funny. I've heard that word for so long, I don't even know what the heck it means. I mean, I can break it down and kind of like, okay, but I don't even know when you would use that, like when would be a proper way to use that. That is one of the funny things, if you ever studied German, is in German, what they do is, and I'm oversimplifying things, is they just jam words together. So, like, this would be like a coffee mug, right? But it could be a coffee mug for coffee, or it could be. But then you might talk about the concept of painting a coffee mug, and that would all be one word, right? So you can get a bunch of words like the concept of doing this for this and this thing and this thing, and it's all jammed together in one word in German. Kind of funny, kind of odd, but that's one of the humorous things about that language. Okay, so just going through some of the comments real quick. Everyone around him was trying to sabotage him in some way and hold him back. Second term, he could do whatever he wants. Well, if he's gonna do whatever he wants to, which is what I want, that's what I would like. Right? If Trump gets in, I want him to do what he wants. Right? He's going to have to be able to get himself a team of people that aren't a bunch of deep staters. Right? And I don't know if he's going to have to go out into corporate America or where, but last time his team was way too small. It was way too small, and you got to have a bigger team to run a country as big as the U.S. And so that was it. Natasha says female truck driver is a long, crazy word in German. Yeah, exactly. That's a 27-letter word. How about that? And 11 syllables. That is crazy. Just for fun. Okay, Google Translate. Let's try this real quick. So I will do female truck driver, and let's put that in German. Well, they came up with LK W fahren. But that's obviously not the full word. So it's LKW Fahrerin. Yeah.
LKW Fahrerin.
LKW W. What am I saying? What am I getting? I'm mixing up my languages.
LKW Fahrerin.
LKW Fahrerin. Yeah, there we go. That's right. You can say shit, and you got an emoji for it too. Exactly. Nice. So anyway, that's all I have for y'all today. I hope y'all have a beautiful evening. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit of time with me tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll figure out a new game, something new for tomorrow's show. That's my promise. Something new. On the East Coast, I'll have the regular Coffee Nuance show. We'll go through some of the stories of the day, and hopefully I can give you my take on anything interesting from the debates. But that's all I have for you right now. Until tomorrow, have a beautiful evening. Peace.